Hello. This is Gabriel, and I'm back for another thrilling tutorial on Moti. Here we go. This is the dashboard, and I will run through this dashboard feature. The dashboard is where you see the results of a survey of a given team. You can find your dashboard here on this menu bar. And here we have a team called VLP 2022. The dashboard is actually 4 dashboards, and each of the 4 dashboards corresponds to one of the blocks of the self-determination theory. So the motivational outcome, or we call it the motivation profile, is the result. It is how we are feeling now. And there are a number of dimensions here. We have fulfillment, we have meaning, values, well-being, perseverance, and engagement. So this is a radargram. In red, the red polygon represents the motivational outcomes of the team. These are the average scores of the VLP 2022 team. So in perseverance, it scored 4.2. 4.2 out of what? Well, as you might remember, the other questions are statements to which you respond on a Likert scale from 1 to 5, 1 fully disagree, 5 fully agree. So the maximum score is actually 5. You see it right here. The minimum score is 1. But to be able to see differences, the radargram, the origin starts at 3. So these are average scores in red of the team. Now, where am I? I am here. I'm in light gray. That's me right here. So in perseverance, I somewhat agree with the statement. So that gave me a 4. Same with engagement. Same with fulfillment. But then when it came to meaning, I gave a 3, etc. Now in dark gray, it's VLP. VLP is the benchmark we chose. It's a circle. So that's another tutorial. But this is the benchmark against which we want to compare the VLP 2022 team in red. So these are the average scores. Now below, you have the distribution of answers. So for example, in fulfillment, we have one question. Considering everything, I am satisfied with my volunteer activity. Now here I replied, somewhat agree. We have people who strongly agree with the statement. In fact, 43.8% of the people who took the survey responded strongly agree. We have probably one person who responded that they strongly disagreed, and so on and so forth. That's for fulfillment. So that explains this. Now, we need to be careful because averages can hide discrepancies. So imagine, for example, that half the people answered strongly agree and the other half strongly disagreed. You would have an average score of 3 when nobody actually was neutral. So it's always important to go and look at the distribution of answers for each of the dimensions in a radargram. Moreover, for some dimensions, like well-being, there's more than one question. So well-being. Well-being is captured by actually 3 different questions. The first, at my volunteer activity, I feel strong and vigorous. I answered often. I feel emotionally drained from my volunteering activity. I answered sometimes. And I feel frustrated by my volunteer activity. Ooh. I put very often, as did 6.3% of the team. And one person every time feels frustrated. Okay. So this is motivational outcomes. Now, there's a few very interesting features. For one thing, I can hide my answers, and this is useful when I'm sharing my screen. I don't want you to know what I've answered. So you see, in the legend, U is crossed out. I'm back. I'm gone again. I can also cross out the benchmark, and so that way I only have the answer from the average from the team. And you'll notice that here, the little triangles that represented my answers are also gone. Another interesting feature is the filter feature. So if you have more than 5 females and more than 5 males, you can actually compare men and women. So I can filter out the male, so I will only get the answers from the female, and if there's another, it will be added to the female. So I will apply, and here you go. I have a slightly different series of answers. In fact, you notice that I've actually disappeared. So if I try to show my answers, I'm not here. Oh, I am here. Okay, so I still can compare myself with the ladies. Oh, that's nice to know. Okay, so this concludes this very quick tutorial on the dashboard. Or does it really? No, actually, I forgot to show you the other tabs. Here we have the intrinsic motivators. So if you're into self-determination theory, you'll know that if people feel autonomous, belongingness, and competence, they're more likely to be strongly motivated. And so here, this dashboard captures the questions relative to these 3 basic psychological needs. Here we have the leadership. So this is how the team members perceive the soft skills, the leadership skills of their supervisor in terms of listening, understanding, and encouraging. And again, we have the distribution of answers here. And finally, what we call extrinsic motivators, so the things that motivate you outside of yourself. So the types of rewards that you get from your activity or your job, the status, so we can look at here what that actually is, the returns. I have a ability to develop my social network, so these are the returns here, and so forth. So have a look, play around, and if you have any questions, you can just ask me. You'll find my name all over the place on all Moti resources. Bye-bye.